throws out the umbrella above him and just sits under the umbrella. Danid might die now. Oh, he gets forced to clone. Oh, he dodges the rock. What's going on, guys? My name is Coach Hayes. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be reviewing Cucumber from the American Tornado. One of the questions that I've been seeing being thrown around a lot is Cucumber ready for Overwatch League? Is he Overwatch League ready? Is he Overwatch League worthy? And so that's kind of one of the questions I want to answer this game. If you don't know who Cucumber is, he used to be formerly known as Coluge, one of the high-ranked players. He's now playing in, obviously, American Tornado. This is a game from American Tornado versus British Hurricane in the show match. Spoiler, American Tornado actually ended up winning this game. But it's going to be interesting here. I want to watch his Sigma. I want to see what he's doing well on the Sigma. I want to see how he's playing the Sig. Especially how he's playing the Sigma in this composition, because it's not easy to play Sig in this composition, especially when you're playing versus the Echo. Echo obviously has a lot of that shield pressure, which is one of the hard counters of Sigma. I'd say the main reason Sig Ball is being played right now is because Ball is kind of the only main tank that you can get away with playing, because all the other main tanks are kind of poop right now. And Sigma is, as most people know, kind of one of the strongest tanks right now. Some would say he's kind of broken. So let's take a look at Cucumber and let's see how he's playing. Obviously, this is the game from the show match. This is the show match. So a lot on the line right now. This is kind of the pride. This is battling for the pride of either EU or NA. So it's going to be interesting to see how he plays this.
Objective A. Prioritizing combat function. Enemy target located.
Just getting some information, seeing where they're coming from. Throwing a few of these rocks out, just try and get some ult charge. Nothing too fancy right now. I like this position actually on the box here. This is a nice little position. Just mirroring the rotation. Now this is a nice rotation from BH, trying to take the high ground behind. His team actually not trying to contest this too much. Decent shield usage there. He's not holding his shield out when he doesn't need it. So if we watch here, slow this down slightly. So he peeks out, he shoots, he looks for the rock. His shield is still out at this moment. Only Molfig in the position. He takes the shield down. Slightly avoids the LOS there by moving to the right. Shields up when he sees that Ripper's about to shoot. And again, fires some shots off. Only lost 200 HP there in the shield. But nice shield usage there just to kind of avoid taking any extra damage. He does push forward. They get a pick and he immediately starts to push, which is expected from him. This is good though. They get the advantage, they want to push that advantage, so he's walking forward. Still has a lot of his resources. He does try and turn around and use the rock on the ball. Very ambitious. Okay, a nice cleanup. His team follow up really nicely there. So far so good from Cucumber. So he sees the ball go left side. He's still holding the same position we saw him holding before. Sees the ball and immediately goes for the rock to try and deny Hattie's movement. He actually manages to kill him. When you're playing the Sigma in this comp, you have a few rock targets. It's mostly going to be the ball, and it's going to be the enemy ball and the enemy Sigma that he's looking to rock most of the time. But nice Sigma rock onto the ball there to just deny his movement and make sure that his team can follow up there and get the kill. Something very small, he just throws out a shield and immediately takes it down so that he doesn't take that sticky damage. He just blocks the stickies from going past. And obviously he takes the shield down and they drop off. Something small but interesting to kind of highlight. He does seem to be playing this anchor style. Like he's kind of playing, he's not playing with his Zen, he's kind of playing to mirror the enemy Sig when he's walking in. And just deny that space. He's kind of anchoring the point and relying on his Tracer Ball and Echo to do most of the heavy lifting. He is defending, so he's not going to be taking as much pressure on his shield. Kind of as this situation, he's just anchoring point, and as you can see he still has 540 HP on his shield, and he has his Sigma Grasp, so he's relatively safe right now. He's seen Molf has used his Grasp, and I think his shield is low. Let's just confirm if his shield is low or not. He's just used Grasp, and his shield is broken, so here we do see Cucumber pushing very aggressive here, trying to take this 1v1. So they end up trading. I think that was decent though. Like he saw the enemy Sig had no resources, so he pushed it. If none of BH would have followed there, he would have 100% got that kill. Okay, so his team has Sig ult Mines, and Clone coming up. I wonder if we're gonna see him use Sigil and then Echo copy to go for a double Sigil here. Hattie goes in with the mines. He misses. I think he may maybe go. No, I think he just missed. Okay, so he goes for Sigil. A little bit of surfing there on the roof. Oh, so close. He was so close to getting Hattie there. This is looking this is looking like a very, very quick game. Uses the shift there to stop the stickies. Just denying as much damage as he can. Gets the pre-rock on Brig. Sees that BH are pushing in, so he starts backing off a lot more defensively here. Nice boot from Hattie. Kind of Hattie boops him out of position, so he's kind of forced to use his shift there. And he gets punished. Not sure, to be honest, I'm not sure why he walked back in instead of walking back there. Regardless, he gets rezzed. He's not having a fun time right now. He's been booped by Hattie. He's been rezzed into the center. And obviously, he's still in the center now. So, like, BH have a total surround on him. Wait, have I just been... Yeah, and he gets taken out. He kind of got rezzed into a really tough position there. Okay, so good. We get to see some second point. Sigma is all about controlling the key positions on the map, so we're probably going to see Cucumber really trying to focus on controlling those positions. In this comp, he plays... The way that AT play this comp, he's not playing with his Zen a lot. They are more focused on splitting up and taking the space on the map. And kind of leaving the Zen on an island at the back. So he's controlling this position on top right here. He's not playing with his Zen. He's controlling this position so that anyone that tries to come up this stairway, he's obviously contesting this. And you can see that Speedly and OG are playing above, so he's relatively safe there. Honestly, when you're playing Sig versus Echo Mercy, it's so terrifying. You have to be so careful of those two. Because if he ever gets you below 200, you're just dead to the beam. It's so savage. So he does give some respect there. Danid now has the Mercy pocket. Telex has switched off of the Brig. Still trying to control this high ground position. Honestly, because of where the payload is, he doesn't need to doesn't need to be too aggressive right now. He just needs to focus on controlling his position. There's really no need for him to push past here, because if we look, there's no benefit to him being here. He's just going to get pressured out. It's just too risky. So he's focusing on controlling his high ground right now, because that's a big part of what Sig is strongest at. He's strongest at controlling the high grounds. And once he gets into a dominant position, it's really hard for the enemies to take him out of that position. So fairly straightforward here. He's still controlling top. He gets a 3-man sigil. He gets a 3-man sigil there. So he pre-sigils when they're walking forward. He gets 3. Kills the Echo in the high ground, in midair. Peeling back for his brig. And Ultraviolet's just like a raid boss right now. He's not dying. Decent peel there. He's kind of like half peeling, half pressuring the ball. You can see that AT are very good at peeling back here. When BH are diving in. So again, he defaults back into this position on top right. Shields are kind of half. A lot of BH were looking at him there. He has to use shift to back off. I expect we're going to see him play a lot more defensively right now. Nice boot from Hadi. I think he's probably dead here. Yeah, he's dead. That was a really nice boot from Hadi. You saw he used his shift and his shield was mostly low. So this boot from Hadi just kind of secured the deal there for BH in killing him. He had no resources to get away there. When your shift is down on Sig, it's really, really tough. If they turn their aggro towards you. So it's really nice, like, identifying cooldown usage from BH there and like following up on the target. Again, he walks straight towards the high ground. Goes straight for the rock. That's going to finish it. Okay, very clean. Just focusing on controlling these key positions right now from Cucumber.
0 to 1. Switching sides. Initiating match.
So attacking is definitely going to be a lot harder for him, because he's the one that has to like gain and control space. And he's going to be the one that's receiving a lot of that shield damage on the way in.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers in.
So I think that Sigma has weakness to Ryan Zarya and being rushed. Yes, if they have Lucio speed, they can rush towards you and get onto you. But when you're playing Sigma comps against like rush comps, you really got to play to respect and get your DPS in good positions where they can pressure. And when your DPS start putting pressure on them, you kind of have to take a full surround. And if you surround them, it's going to make the rush comp feel like they don't know who to push out of the 6. But yeah, you definitely have to give a lot of respect when you're playing against comps with Lucio speed on Sigma. If you have no Lucio speed, you're going to get rushed if you're too close. Okay, so let's go back and play from the start here. I'm interested to see what kind of position Cucumber wants to take here on the Sig. Okay, so he's walking in, just shielding there to stop some damage. Speedly gets a very, very early pick there on the brig, on the Zen. He's going for a very early rock here, which is kind of surprising. I would expect him to try and break down the shield first before he goes for this rock. But I think maybe he's just trying to get this sneaky rock off right at the beginning just to maybe get a pick. Would probably like to see him be a bit more, like, hold on to this rock, because it's kind of wasted there. He knows that Morph probably has full shield when he's pushing in. Like, now would be a really good time for him to rock. So I think what he could have done here has been a little more patient with the rock there. His team just have the advantage right now, so he's pushing forward. Hadi almost gets a really, really high value boop again, which almost ends up taking him out. Because AT already had so many picks, Hadi doesn't actually get any value from that. Yep, we see taking top left. Now this position is going to be hard for him to take. BH actually don't have the pocket echo anymore. They have Brig again. So Damage is going to be less of a threat for him, but nonetheless, Echo is still a big nuisance when you're playing Sigma. Because obviously he has so much shield pressure, and Sig wants to be taking space and wants to be pushing. So when you're dealing with hit scanners as Sigma, they don't have a lot of shield break. You're playing against McCree, he's left clicking, he has nowhere near as much shield break as an Echo. And you see there how fast his shield goes down. His shield goes down, the Echo starts to pressure him. And he's just using his shift there to deny any damage. He is playing on the side of caution here because he knows that obviously he has no shift. Right now his shift cooldown is just coming back up. He still has very low shield though. You see he wants to take this position so badly, but it's so difficult when they have this much spam. He's going to be persistent here. I think he's dead. Yeah. I would have liked to have seen him push when he has more resources here, to be honest. Because you see, he didn't give his shield. He didn't give his shield enough time to regen there. Let me go back slightly here. So he has 300 on shield, still has a shift. 400 on shield when he peaks this. He peaks on 400. Now he has 236 on shield. He's not giving his shield any time to reset here when he's pushing in. To be honest, he doesn't need to be peaking yet. Because his team are not in. Like, his ball's not in, his echo's not in. He's wasting a lot of cooldowns right now because he's peaking so early. When his echo pushes in, this would be a good time for him to start peaking aggressively now. And if he has full cooldowns here, this is going to be a lot easier for him. The problem is he has almost maybe 200 shield. And he has no shift because he was peaking earlier. So slight timing issue here from Cucumber. If I want to be picky. And because he was using cooldowns and he was using shield previously, he now gets punished by the Echo. The Echo, his shield breaks instantly. Where his shield's very close to breaking and he had no shift. And so he gets punished. But position-wise, he's controlling the position well. It looks like it's already over. It was a quick one.
Victory. Traveling to
Nepal. Okay, this one should be interesting because I think we're going to see a lot of different compositions from them. Okay, so he takes the TP. Yep, we see him taking left side. He blocks the stickies with shield there so his team don't get stuck. Uses shift to walk in. He already has a position advantage right now. This is really nice. He took the initiative and he's taken position. He also hasn't taken any damage yet because of his shift timing. So he gets position on top left, which this is a really strong position for him because if you look from here, he has natural cover and Morph has absolutely no natural cover here to play with. So Morph is in a situation where he has to walk up, take this fight, and if Cucumber's holding this position here, he's getting shot by Violet from the side. So already he's gaining an edge in this 1v1 here. His team are pushing forward, Shape's going in. You can see that OG and Speedly are already in. He does get punished there. I think he's kind of like, he just wants to support his team there and get in there. Because he sees that his team are going in, so he's like, okay, my team are going in, I want to relieve some pressure here and get in there as well. But the issue here with this push is that we see that he has 50 on shield, he has no shift, he has no Sigma grasp, and he's just used his rock, so he's totally dead now. His shield is broken, he has no defensive, and yeah, he's dead. But definitely a mistake there, like pushing forward aggressively when he had no cooldowns. But I can understand the logic behind it. I just wouldn't recommend it. Like in Overwatch, you should always play around your cooldowns. If you don't have cooldowns to go forward, you need to be playing more defensively there. But I understand why he went forward there. He wants to support his team. Use his grasp just to walk in. He's down quite a lot on his shield right now, so he's just waiting. Has his grasp coming up. I want to see how he takes this space now, because it's going to be difficult for him to take this. Use his grasp quite early. Alright, so he's just poking away. Still pretty low on shield. I think Morph has the cooldown advantage right now. Morph has more shield and he has his grasp. He doesn't have grasp.
Barrier is unstable.
He is walking forward. So even though his team is down 1, they do take space on this side. And I feel like that rock went straight through him there. He's body blocking Hadi. Saj. Getting real close to his Sigurd, so I think he's just trying to farm this extra 10% right here. Playing the corner, I see that. You see how he's... Whoopsie. I just skipped forward. I go back. Whoa, I skipped so far forward, okay. So, you see here how he's just like... He's shooting, he's holding his shield. He blocks those stickies. He peeks out, he shoots. He peeks out, he shoots, he hides. Yep, he backs off there just to make sure he doesn't get Sigma rocked. Even though the Sigurd doesn't look super flashy, this actually slows a lot of tempo from BH. If I go back here, look how much tempo that BH have off this push. So BH using Rally, this is one ult that they want to close the gap with, and this is one ult they need to get value from. Brig Rally is one of the biggest cooldowns in this comp, because it just allows you to walk forward and be more aggressive and take more space on the map. So we see here BH are walking forward, he instantly Brig Rally, he instantly uses Sigil. He gets the Brig. The Brig takes a lot of shield pressure here. Speedly's coming in, trying to finish off this Brig. And he forces trans, so he's both defensives have been forced. And it looks like his team are just backing away from this. But he did slow the tempo down a lot here with this Sigil. Even though it doesn't look very flashy and it doesn't look like he gets any kills or any significant damage done, this is a good ult just to slow the tempo down of BH and force them to kind of use this trans. So Ultraviolet uses trans. Oh, so close on the rock there. Really, really close on the rock.
The equations were correct. The problem must lie elsewhere.
Because of the way that fight went, he kind of had to rotate right side. And then Hadi took the 1v1 and he kind of got sucked into contesting point. Again, he's coming back to his left side, contesting left side. Did make some mistakes here with his shield usage. Ends up taking quite a lot of damage here, so he has to back off. He now has to give that position. Oh my god, he hits the rock. Molf peeked out. That is a huge mistake from Molf. Molf peeked out. And he got hit by the rock. I was nowhere near expecting that to hit. Molf just peeked out and got hit by it. That's actually huge. That is a yep rock moment. Okay, it's a very interesting rock. He doesn't care about the point, he just wants to control this left side, but honestly it looks like AT are going to take the point here. BH are going to have a very rushed touch to the point now. Let's slow down here and watch the shield usage. He's shielding when Morph is shooting, he takes it down. He's going to shield off Morph's shots, he takes it down. And this is just his way of minimizing the amount of damage that is hitting the shield. He does go for the rock, but Morphig uses shield and uses shift. But the issue the issue here is that Cucumber has seen that Kelex and Ripper haven't pushed up, and he's called to his brig, or at least his brig's called to him, I'm not sure which. But they decided to take the 2v1 here against Sig, and they cancelled his shift. So good communication here from Cucumber and OG just to kind of sync up and take out Morphig there. Really putting so much emphasis on controlling this left side. And this is a big part of like what Sig is all about. Sig is about controlling the key positions on the map. Oof. He just rolled Kelex. He's going to get Ripper. Oh, teabag. But yeah, you can see he's really doing a decent job here of controlling these core positions on the map. And denying BH from taking those positions. So a lot of teams do usually play, I mean it depends, I didn't see many American teams playing Brawl here, but it looks like BH are going to play Brawl on this point. They're going to play to rush the point. AT staying on this kind of tried and true composition that they like to play here, the Bull Sig, Zen Mercy, Echo Tracer. He's taking the dominant position on the map. This position, as you can see, kind of sets up a good spot for his Zen, and it kind of gives him the best line of sight to play from. He is going forward though. Only problem with this position is kind of hard to get angles from here. Just kind of spamming here and hoping for the best. I mean, this is good though. Oh, this is a nice position actually. Because look, he's just getting, this is free real estate from here. He does drop when he sees that his team are pressured. Oh, that's really not where you want to be though. So he's pressuring nicely from here. Just free real estate, throwing those orbs in. He drops down. I believe he drops here because he thinks that his team have enough pressure. So he wants to kind of drop and like capitalize on this. And this is kind of the theory that I was talking about earlier. Like, you as a player need to understand if you have the advantage or if you have the disadvantage. And in his head here, I believe he thinks that his team are having the advantage. So they want to push forward here and try and capitalize on this and actually clean up the rest of BH. He thinks that they've forced a lot of resources from BH, so they drop down and they try and pressure. But as you can see there, BH just used the wall. And I'm not sure if he got booped in there or what happened. He did. He got booped by Kelex. Kelex comes out and boops him in. And so now he's going to have a lot of problems. This is obviously not where you want to be, right? This is not where you want to be as a Sigma versus Brawl. You're right in the center of the action here. And realistically, for Cucumber, he wants to be staying on the outside of these fights and just poking away and chipping away at BH until he sees a window for him to like go more aggressive and walk in. That's kind of the way AT's composition plays. They want to play to surround, poke, chip. And when they see a weakness, that's when they're going to go forward and try and actually finish you off. Does get a lot of damage done there, but he does pay for it with his life. This will be uploaded to YouTube, Holiday. Don't worry. If you type in !YouTube, this will be on my YouTube. And he kind of gets back to this fight late. Looks like it's just a cleanup. BH have swapped a couple of heroes now. They now have ball. Actually, just the ball they swapped.
What a curious feeling.
Hey there. Hi.
Again, a lot of emphasis on taking this taking the key map positions. And this is not easy, guys. This is not easy to know the important positions on the map. This is all about map knowledge. That's pretty much a lot of what it takes to be a good Sigma player. Obviously, you need mechanics and whatnot, but you need to have map knowledge and map awareness on what are the key positions you should be taking and controlling. And so he's pretty much always come to these positions where it gives him... Oh my god, he hit the 360 rock. As a Sigma main, I can feel the pain of whiffing Sigil. It doesn't feel good. Let's watch that again. Yeah, he's really doing a job of taking these strong positions that give him the best position to kind of pressure and control and deny from the enemy team. BH go for the TP. He does hit the rock, 360. And it just manages to get out of this. Really unfortunate. And the roles have kind of reversed right now. He is now the one on point, and BH playing the rush composition are the ones who have kind of taken the outside. To be honest though, this is not really where BH want to be playing on their composition, because they have severely less spam than AT do. So he tries to shield dance to avoid dying to the Mei there. Just taking this side angle, he doesn't realize the Mei is pushing to his right. When he sees the Mei, he shields out, walks forward, and starts to shield dance here. He forces the Mei shift. He does try to disengage here, but as you can see, Hadi is synergizing here nicely with Sparker, and he's making sure that Cucumber is not going to escape here. And obviously the Mei freeze, the Sigma shift is not going to have any impact if you're getting Mei frozen. Most of it, you're probably just dead at this point. So he's now switched onto the D.Va. I think this is pretty much because of the composition that BH have now switched onto. They're pretty much playing a full dive composition. So he's potentially afraid of just getting all in when he's playing the Sigma. That is a real threat when you're playing Sigma, if the enemy can all in you. Nice position here. He's not... When you're obviously the difference between playing the D.Va and the Sig. Sig has a lot of resources and shields, but he has low mobility. D.Va has low shields and resources. She obviously has Matrix, but she has low... she has high mobility. So she has a lot less resources, but higher mobility, which is the trade-off. His team are trancing. He gets spooked in by Hadi. Very low right now, so he's going to have to play very defensively right now. Oof. Oh, he gets shredded. There we go, it's tied up. 1-1. One apiece. Alright, back on the Sigma. Actually on a direct mirror now. Mirror composition. Both teams trying to contest this left side elephant position. I wonder who has the shield advantage right now. Let's have a look, shall we? So he has 300 on shield, he still has shift. And Molfig has 200 on shield, and he still has shift. So actually very close here. He does have ult advantage. His shield is almost down. He took his shield down right as it was about to die there, because if you let your shield die as Sig, you have no way of blocking it something like Rock. So taking the shield down just before it died, and his shield's dead now, and it looks like, yeah, he's definitely lost control of this left side. And these are the small nuances that you're going to see in pro play. It's like which team has better cooldown usage here makes the difference in controlling this small position. This is probably not something that happens in the lower ranks. Like, it's more so like there's a lot of issues happening. Teams like are walking left side. Teams don't necessarily know which positions to control. Teams aren't using cooldowns correctly. But at the highest level here, it's the smallest, slight micro decisions that affect how this fight plays out. Does get the better of Morphig there. Forces out the shift. He still has his shift available. His shield's low, so we see him charging it. He does take his shield down. You can see that he really has a good understanding of when he needs to be going forward based on how his teammates are playing. So if we go back to the situation, we can see this is the start of the fight. He's getting pressured. He sees his shield goes down. He gets booped back. He gets discorded. He gets his shift forced out. And we see him waiting patiently here. He has no shift. He has no shield. He needs to play more defensively. But you see his ball's going in. So when his ball's going in, he knows that the ball is going to be taking most of the aggro here. So he's walking forward. And because of this boop, he actually has the opportunity to take this space now on top left. They get a pick onto Sparker. You see how fast this is happening, how quickly he manages to put his shield out, kill Morph's shield, and then throw his rock and manage to rock Morph back. Really nice there in the 1v1. He's playing really well around his team. He has a good understanding of when he needs to be pressuring forward. It seems to me like AT have good synergy around their ball. They're making sure that when ball goes in, they're always getting some value. They're always pressuring forward. Obviously, a lot of credit to Shape there as well, who good boop to miss position BH back off of the left side. Just take a bit of a right click there. Holding quite aggressively forward here. His team do have a slight off angle. The Echo's pressuring from kind of this top left, this top right position. He's kind of holding here. So Morph has to deal with his spam and the Echo spam when he's holding this position. And Speedily lost the 1v1 versus Daned, so it looks like, yeah, he's so dead. Oh my god, that was a huge shield. I want to watch this again. So he's low on cooldowns. His shift is coming back up. Dana doing so much damage there to him. Gets hit by all the stickies. Throws out the umbrella above him. And just sits under the umbrella. Dana might die now. Oh, he gets forced to clone. Oh, he dodges the rock. Oh, he made a fool of Daned. And Daned's dead. Oh my god. Yeah, he actually popped off this fight. That was so huge. He played that fight really well. That's one thing I really struggle with when I'm playing Sigma is when Echo gets me low, I just can't survive like the beam. But he put out the shield like an umbrella there and just stopped all of the damage. And as you saw, Daned was forced to clone, but the reinforcements were coming back from AT, so he had the support there.
Activating the barrier.
Oh. He needs to be careful here. He needs to be very careful. Oh, they want to push out really badly. Okay, they go with Rally. Taking space really well with Rally. Have almost all of the space now on point. Because they lose speed lead, they have to start backing off. Yeah, they're gonna reset this now. They're down. They're down 2. He's reading the fight well. He's seeing how many people he has alive. And kind of positioning accordingly. Well, that is the question we're trying to answer right now, Kurama. Is he Overwatch League worthy? That's the question we're trying to answer. And towards the end, I think I'm going to answer that question. So he's taking left side again, trying to control this left side position. You can see how annoying this Echo is, like, for Sigma players. Like, Echo is the bane for a Sigma. His shield's down, so he has to give the respect now. Again, Dana goes very aggressive there. Oh my god, I thought he was going to hit that. Wow, okay. I want to watch this again. A lot happened here. So, he had a shift forced out. He's playing defensively, playing nicely around the cover here. Morph holds his sigil as long as he can so that Ultraviolet's not going to trans any of this damage from the sigil. He does barely miss the rock. And he goes for the sigil there. I guess his last fight, he has to sigil this. Yeah, okay, fair enough. The only way he survives this, I think, is if he hits the rock. But that's an incredibly difficult rock to hit. I'd say he definitely played a lot better in this map than he did in the last map. I think he played pretty good in this map. And you can see that a lot of like the Sigma play it comes down to those micro 1v1s or 4v4s when we see the Sig, Brig, Zen, and maybe the Echo. Probably it's usually those 3, Sig, Brig, Zen. Those 3 are playing together a lot. And so we see a lot of these 3v3s at the beginning of the fights on trying to control these positions. It's all about which Sigma has the better cooldown rotations, which Sigma has the better cooldown usage. And honestly, a lot of these 1v1s, 3v3s at the beginning, he's winning with his team. He's playing very well around his ball engages. He seems to have a very good understanding of map knowledge and which positions he needs to be controlling. The question is Cucumber Overwatch League ready? I think Cucumber could probably play in one of the lower tier Overwatch League teams, or potentially a low mid-tier Overwatch League team. But is he one of the top Sigmas? I don't think so. I think he's definitely Overwatch League worthy though. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please drop a like on the video and also comment, tell me which players you would like to see me to do a review of next. If you do want to watch this live, go ahead and join us over on twitch.tv, Haze_Overwatch. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.